Hi, Mantasha. How are you doing?
I'm doing great and I'm very happy after connecting to you.
I'm equally delighted because I've seen some of your videos, and since then, I've been wanting to have conversation with you and can't wait to get started.
Yeah, I watch your lots of videos. I really like the way you speak, the way you use new words. And one thing I want to share with you, when do you use new words now? So I easily catch it. I use the same words in my speaking. I don't know. I like the way you use the words and
I'm
all the
so
things.
glad. I'm so glad that you
Yeah,
found my videos helpful, and I'll keep on doing it because people are finding it
yes,
helpful,
it's
right?
very helpful.
Okay. So, how was your day today?
It was good so far. I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yes, it was like as usual for me because my kids are home like all day long because their holidays are going on. So that is why it was kind of tedious for me. But yes, now I'm
I
quite
can
content
understand.
because I started with a conversation and this is the first conversation of my day. Otherwise, I used to do like 2 to 3 conversations in a day. But these days, I'm not able to do so.
Hmm. Yeah, as a homemaker, you're doing very well. I really
Hmm.
admire you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so before starting our conversation, could you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay. So if I talk about me, my name is Mantasha. I'm from UP. I have pursued my master from Urdu subject. My hobbies I love reading, speaking, traveling, and I'm running YouTube channel, Fluent Mantasha. That's all.
Wonderful. Glad to know about you. And you told me that you have completed your graduation in Urdu medium.
Post graduation. Yeah,
Post
MA.
graduation in Urdu medium. So,
Major Urdu, Urdu
hmm,
literature. And I'll
hmm.
pursue my master again from English literature.
Okay, so before this, were you exposed to English language during your school times or maybe college times?
Yeah, little bit. It was Hindi medium school, so there was
Mm-hmm.
no environment at all, and I didn't focus on English that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So since when have you started working upon your language, English language?
it's been 1 year, but I was not consistent since
Mm-hmm.
last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I'm just doing practicing.
Mm-hmm. And I guess you are in your early 20s, right?
Yes,
So
I'm 20.
you've realized it very early, the importance of this language and the opportunities it could bring to you. But when I was in my early 20s, I was totally clueless. I had no guidance even. Most of the people don't have any guidance, like. So same was the case with me and we were clueless. So we tried many things. Like I started with BCom after my schooling. I did BCom and then I tried CA also, but then it didn't work for me. And then after that I went for MBA, and after that also I worked for a few years, and then these days I'm just rolling chapatis and scrubbing dishes. But now English worked for me, so I'm very grateful that
Yeah,
2024 provided me with my true calling, that is of English trainer.
yeah,
Right.
you're a very
Mm.
good speaker. I really admire. And you're
Thank you.
managing all the words. That's really good.
That is because English is my passion. Right, I am enjoying whatever I'm doing, like on YouTube and my classes. I'm enjoying all those. I don't feel this task tedious. I really enjoy living it fully. So that is why it
Yeah,
is
same
easy to
here.
manage.
Yeah.
Right. Mm. So
Uh,
speaking of this, what is your take on, like, when we are young, what is the importance of a guide or a mentor to just show you your further path, like whatever you want to do in your life? I've wasted my many years into just experimenting what will work for me. But then I found it like last year only. The job that I am feeling fulfilling. So, what do you think? What is the importance of mentor or a guide in your life? Or do you think that experimenting is better, or you should always get a guide who just show you the right path and you just walk on that?
now I'll tell about. I have friends, and like she is elder than me, right? Like 29, 30 years old. So she knows better than me. So I just make those friends who is elder than me. So they guide me because they have experience in their life. So when I just discuss with her all the things, whatever is my doubts, negative thinking, all the things, whatever the problems I'm going through, so she guides me a lot and she helps me in speaking. She is good speaker. So I
Mm-hmm.
think yeah, it's clear having the person who is elder than us. So they help us in many ways, and it he she plays a very crucial role in my life, I would say.
Mm-hmm. So you're fortunate enough that you've got a friend who can guide you, right? But not everyone is fortunate. So for them, what would you suggest? Should they go for someone's guidance, or they should always look for a guide, or they should experience life themselves? What could be the better
They
teacher for
should
them?
they should learn from their experience as well, and whatever they should see around themselves, around that what is happening. For example, our parents' life and our friends' life, they should get experience from their mistakes, so that
Mm-hmm.
will help them as well.
Hmm. Even I am on the same page on this. That experience is a better teacher for you, and you will become a better person. You'll grow professionally as well when you'll experience failures in your life, and it will lead to success then. But if somebody would just provide you path, so you will blindly trust them, because all if you are following someone else's suggestion or recommendation, then that means you are just blindly trusting them. So you just prefer to go on that particular path, and then you'll lack on some experiences that you could have earlier. So yes,
Yeah, we should
experiences would
learn
be
from
better.
our mistake as well. But
Hmm.
as far as I learned, that I was the person that I was very underconfident, shy girl. I was that person that I didn't step out home, and I used to feel fear of communicating to people, public fear, lots of things. And like I used to overthink a lot, all the things. But that person changed my life that and just guide me. So I'm very grateful for her.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful, wonderful. You must be very thankful to her, no?
Yeah, I'm very
Hmm.
thankful.
Okay. So I have this another interesting topic I read recently. There is an idiom called jack of all trades and master of none. But oftentimes it is better. It's better. What was that? Uh, Jack of all trades, but master of none. But it's better than master of one. This is the whole
Mhm.
idiom, like the extended form. So, do you understand? Like, do you have any understanding of this thing, this idiom?
I little bit understood, not
Mm-hmm.
properly.
Jack of all trades means a person who is versatile, who can do many things, who's not an expert in one particular thing, but
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good
I
at
got
doing
it.
different
Versatile.
things. Right.
Yeah,
But then there is an extended version that it's better than master of one. Instead of just uh, getting mastery in a single skill, you are able to do, multiple things. So, do you think
yeah.
that we should be master in one particular skill, and we should always focus on one particular skill only, and we should leave everything else?
I think we should focus on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is my personal experience. I think if we focus on one thing, we are passionate, so we do our best, and we enjoy that things. I think we can do the rest of our life as well. So I think we should focus on one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
we should be expert at that thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so can we say that when we get expertise at a particular skill, then we can go for another skill, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, we
and in,
can go for another skills if we expert
right.
at something. For example, there are lots of teachers, right? Teacher is everyone. There is one good teacher who understand. So we should be try to become a good teacher, not only teacher, expert
Mm-hmm.
in teaching, I think.
Right, right. That's so true. So even I feel the same, that we should be an expert, or we should always pursue excellence in whatever we are doing, right? And then there would be
Yeah.
never ending learning in that particular skill. But once you reach that level where you are content enough that I have learned enough and now I can be at little ease, then don't just stick to your comfort zone and try to learn any other skill as well. Because ultimately, if you'll, equip yourself with different kind of skills, it will definitely going to help you.
Exactly, you're right. Yeah, the same thing. And if I talk about versatile things, now today I was reading Ikigai book. So there is something that if you focus on one thing, so it improves your productivity, your focus, all the thing. So it is very important to focus on one thing at the
Mhm.
same time, one time. Because in this era, we have lots of distractions. So it impacts on our productivity, I think.
So true. Distractions are many. This mobile phone is the main and I would say big distraction in everybody's life.
Yeah.
Earlier than this, when I had no clue, when I had no purpose, what I want to do in my life, whenever I used to get any spare time, I used to just scroll my phone, like Facebook and Instagram. So it was a lot of waste of time. But now I have a purpose, so I always spend my spare time in doing something productive. So that
Yeah,
purpose is important, I
exactly.
guess. Hmm.
Yeah, I just give too much importance to reading. In the morning time, it is compulsory to read in the morning time one chapter. I just
Mm-hmm.
accomplish it somehow. I think it is main part to do in the morning time. When after that, after morning time, I don't get time. It's
Mm-hmm.
hardly, rarely I get time for reading. And if
Okay.
I get time, then I don't feel to read. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
just prefer in the morning.
Right. In the morning time, you feel really fresh. And whatever you'll do
Yeah.
first, it would be, there for the whole day, there in your mind for the whole day. And if you'll read something positive in the morning itself, your whole day would be positive, isn't it?
Exactly. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, our mind is something that when we do something hard,
Mm-hmm.
difficult, we are not getting enjoyment. Now, it becomes difficult to accomplish those tasks, I think. And we are doing something that is giving the enjoyment, entertainment, like scrolling on Insta and talking to
Mm-hmm.
friends, all the things. So we never ever feel that boring. We enjoy and just stick
Right.
on it and kill our time. Lots of
I can totally relate to that because I was also doing the same thing. But yes, we need to have purpose in life. If you'll keep on wasting time on friends, on gossiping, and your friends will go forward and you'll lag behind in that case, right?
You're right.
Mm.
Exactly.
So, how do
That's
you find
right.
motivation to be this disciplined in your life that every day you're picking your book and reading few pages and then going forward in your day?
It's like I want freedom in my life. I want to become independent, and I'm very passionate to learn this language. That's why I think this is main thing. It is pushing me and just giving me the motivation to just do and be consistent.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. And what is your aim in life? Like a language is just an instrument to achieve your goal. So, what is your goal?
My goal, I want to learn some skills regarding computer course, online learning, freelancing. These are something I want to learn and make money. So, and yeah, this is what I want, and I want to become a good speaker in English. And
Mm-hmm.
I have very big dream, but I want to go TED Talks. Well,
Ah,
like
that's
this is
that's.
my dream. Yeah,
Mm.
I want to do lots of hard work, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what I have to do at any rate. If whatever I have to, I'll give my 100%. I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Hmm.
have to reach that milestone. I would say.
I'm sure you'll someday go to that TED Talk stage because it all starts with that hope and then this manifestation, visualizing yourself on the stage of TED Talks and then speaking. So you're already speaking well, and you can also think of becoming a trainer in English language, no? And I'm sure that your
Yeah,
students will love you. You have that uh, calm and pleasant demeanor that students are going to
yeah.
love you.
Thanks for appreciating. Yeah, I am
My
doing
pleasure.
the way I'm doing hard work. I believe myself. I
Mhm.
will go on this stage and just perform well. I'll try
Mm,
it.
that's great. That's great. Anything else exciting in your life these days? It's already a new year. So, how did it turn to you?
Exciting.
Hmm.
There's nothing exciting is something I would say that I'm very looking forward to just read new books, new writers' books. I want
Hmm.
to read books and want to get my laptop. This is also very exciting thing. I'll get
That's
in
great.
couple of days, then I'll
Uh-huh.
start my journey of learning skills. Yeah, this is
Uh-huh.
something. It is very exciting for New Year.
That's great. And for me also, I recently got my iPhone 15. I was really excited about it, but then when I got it and I used my camera, I was really depressed. Depressed as
Yeah.
in the clarity is like too much. The selfie camera is a way too clear that it will shows all your, flaws. And we were quite comfortable with filters and everything, and now it's showing everything, flaws and everything. And I was like quite depressed. Then I called my friend and I asked her that how do you use your iPhone camera for these nice pictures. Then she told me that I use this particular filter. Then I said okay, I'll also use this. Otherwise I was feeling really depressed. I was not happy at all that I got this phone and it has a clear picture, but I was rather depressed.
Mm, yeah, it's happened. Like, first example,
Mhm.
I would say that I have installed one application Elsa. And before installing it, before not knowing that what is the application, we can just improve our pronunciation. When I installed that application, I found the option to practice of pronunciation. Whatever the words we mispronounce, we can easily add there and can practice and get the directly feedback from that AI. So I was very excited, and first like couple of days I used consistently. Then I lost the interest. It was free. That's why I think that's why I'm not using. And then
Mhm.
now, what happened if the thing is we have, so we take it grantedly. If the
Hmm.
thing is not have, like we are not investing any money, so we just take it grantedly and we don't use it productively, I think. If we
Hmm.
have to invest money, then we take it. We just value that things, I think.
Right. You're spot on because I am also of the same kind. Whenever I get something for free, I take it for granted. And when I invest some money, I intentionally use that, whether I have some, purpose or not, but I'll intentionally use that. Like I recently, or you can say like from last 2 months, I've been subscribing to Netflix, but I'm not watching any videos because I don't get time. But still, I subscribed to it. I invested some amount. So anytime, whenever I was getting a free, moment, so I used to watch it like forcibly. Like when I'm not feeling light, but then also I'm watching it because I've invested some amount in it. So it happens like with
Yeah,
everybody.
happened
Mm.
now. And I was very excited and I was just exploring new website application. I was not getting the same I wanted. When I
Mhm.
just got that things, I was taking the grantedly. I thought, yeah, when until unless we don't have that things, we just give too much priority for that thing. For example, if we don't have too much money, we don't have good home, so we just think that we take it like we think it is very precious. It's very nice to have.
Mm.
If I'll have, so I'll be very fortunate. Like,
Mhm.
and once we get it, then we take it granted. We forget the value of that things, I think.
Yes,
And
I'm
the
able to
things
relate with you
in,
so much today.
yeah. Even like first example, like whenever we use some application in beginning time, so we feel very new, right? It's very
Mhm.
new, and after a long time, after a years, we feel that we don't feel the same vibes as we
Mhm.
get the vibes in beginning times. I
Mhm.
think
For
it's
me,
like
it's like soon after getting that particular thing, recently I ordered a gadget. And before that, I was like, I need this. It's very important for me for my classes. So I just purchased that. And it was even worth 6,000 rupees. And I was like very eager to get that gadget. But once I got it, it's just getting dust. I'm not using it at all. So soon
yeah,
after
right.
getting it, I just lose interest in that. So
Mm,
yeah, that's human
that's so
psychology.
great.
Mm.
Right.
Right.
I just
Mm.
noticed this thing very much in me. It's not
Mm.
about me. I think it's about everyone. It's
Everybody.
happened.
Mm. But there must
Yeah.
be some exceptions also. Some great people who just don't fall into these kind of traps. But we are
Yes,
normal,
yes, exactly. You
not
are right.
extraordinary.
Yes, yes.
Right.
It's
So,
happened.
mm, so how is your practice going on?
My practice is going on very nicely.
Hmm. Anything
How about
that
you?
worked best for you?
Yeah, reading. I would say reading is work best
Hmm.
taking to you and like I'm talking to you and other people. So that it's really helped me to improve my communication skills and help me to boost my confidence. Yeah.
Hmm. That's great. So you're already an avid reader. So would you like to recommend a book for beginners who want to start their reading journey?
Yeah, definitely. I would like to suggest one. There are two books. Ikigai. This is I am just currently reading. It's really
Hmm.
amazing, and I'm halfway in this book, and it's really fascinating, I would say. And
Hmm.
it's all about the life and the passion in life. How can we explore it? And I also heard on the podcast on Ranveer Alabadia, this is
Yes, yes.
podcast. So he said that whoever read this book, he like they have a different reading the book. I have different perception. If you will read the same book, you will get different. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's really amazing. It tells us that how Japanese live long life, how
Hmm.
do they live, and all the things that how can make our life enjoyment, like how can we enjoy life, and yeah, lots of things I just learned
Hmm.
from it. I mean still I'm halfway, I think. That's why I
Mm.
can't tell more.
Right. That's great. So anything from that book that you have applied in your life?
Hmm, yeah, today I read one line. It's very amazing. It was laughing at when I was laughing on that line, but it was really fascinating. The line I need to recall. It was like on reading. I need to see. I need to see. I forget it. Like when we just spend time on productive something, that's reading books. So it means like if we are just spending 1 hour, it's like 5 minutes. So it feels like we have spent 1 hour. If we
Hmm.
spend times with girls 1 hour talking, so it feels like 1 hour. It feels like we are just talk only 1 minute. So it is the
Hmm.
reality, I would
Right,
say.
right, right. Right, right. That is why you found it funny because it actually happens, right? Hmm.
Yes,
Even I
the
also have
thing
a
we
copy of
enjoy.
Ikigai, but I
Yes.
haven't started it yet. I am already stuck at The Alchemist and I'm just struggling to finish it. And I haven't even read bare minimum of that book. So let's see. I'm just trying to develop interest in reading. I know that it's very important to be fluent and to get accuracy in this English language, right? So I'm just doing it. Any words of motivation for me so that I could stick to my reading routine? Because you are already a
Yeah,
good
I would
reader.
say every successful person who has they have fonder. They are bookworm person. They read books every day. So for becoming a good person, for having the knowledge, for thinking open mind, like like rationally thinking, we must start to read books, I think.
Hmm.
And I think it's give us very for example, if we are reading one book, so we are
Mhm.
reading a person whole life, their
Mhm.
experience, I think. So it's really
Mm.
important to incorporate the habit of reading every day, I
Right,
think.
right. Yes, yes. Even I'm also aware of everything that a book can transform your life, your perspective, and everything. But still, I'm struggling with this reading routine because of the time constraint and because of the responsibilities. Because it happens that I get tired, I get completely drained by the end of the day, and then next morning I wake up a little late, and then I again head to my kitchen. So I don't get that quiet and that relaxation in my day so that I could just sit and relax with my book and read it with full focus. So I don't get that kind of time. So I think that is why I'm struggling. Otherwise, I would
Yeah.
have been an avid reader, same as you.
But I think consistency matters. If you are reading less, just do every day. That will
Mm-hmm.
help you, I think. That will make you the habit, that will make the habit of reading.
Right.
If
So these days it's just like I pick up any book. Like I have two to three books in front of me. Then I pick randomly any book. I just read one or two pages. So I'm not following a story, but anytime as per my interest, I pick up books and just try to get most out of that particular page.
That's really amazing. Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how you will incorporate the habit. And it
Mm.
happened with me. When I started, I didn't journey, I didn't start my journey from reading books, physical book, but I started to read. I used to read lots of stories on applications. That's how I developed the habit of reading. But
Right.
it's in couple of months, 3 months, I started to read physical books.
Hmm. So which one do you find better?
I can compare, but still
Uh-huh.
but the Alchemist book, it's really
Hmm.
amazing,
Hmm.
very inspiring.
Great, great, great.
I
So
like
I was
it.
asking, like, do you find physical books better or reading from any ebooks or
Okay.
any platforms?
Um, but in my beginning time, online stories helped me a lot to understand. It was written basic English, and I was just reading according to my level, so it was
Hmm.
helping me. But I would say that physical books is better because
Hmm.
there's no distraction and we just keep reading and it doesn't affect on our eyes as well. Like the
Right.
screen affects on our eyes.
Mm. Right. Completely agree to that. Okay. So I think we have had enough conversation and enough
Yeah,
insights
for
for this
us.
particular session. And I'm sure
Yeah,
our viewers would
that was
also
very
find it
exciting.
meaningful. So let's meet on
Yeah,
any other day and let's keep our conversations for that day, like further conversation, right? It was really
yes,
nice
yes.
talking to you. Such a bubbly girl.
Thank you so much.
Right. Okay. Okay, then see you in next. All
Bye.
right. Okay. Good night.
Good night.